Okay, what's going on, guys? I felt like I could belt out another episode for tonight, particularly after going through the area I had been referring to in previous episodes, the Yahar'gul, the Unseen Village. So we're gonna do that real quick, because this area is relatively small, and there's an optional boss at the end that will get us a lot of well, there's an armor set here as well as some other stuff too. That and overall this place is worth it because I think all told I got 27,000 blood echoes after I finished the area, so we're gonna do it real quick. So there's a lot of Bagmen in this particular area. A lot of creepy guys. This is characteristic of the night phase. So they will drop bloodstone shards and twin bloodstone shards, which are very useful for upgrading your materials, or upgrading your weapons to +6. So we can't quite kill them in one hit just yet, but we will work on that. Ah, moon rune. I wonder what that does. She will ambush you if you go straight down the middle, so make sure to take her out here. So we're gonna head right outside. You can hear something kind of stomping up the stairs here. That is actually going to be a pig. Rather large, angry pig. Can do a lot of damage to you, but generally they're pretty easy to dodge around and kill that way. And they do drop quite a few blood vials as well. So over here we have an item, Frenzied Cold Blood 8. That's going to net us a lot of blood echoes. Heading into this room, there is an elevator. But I believe this elevator can only be unlocked in a different stage of the game. This is actually after we unlock the last phase of the night cycle, Blood Moon days, which is actually not too far off. So you can hear down there's another pig. We're gonna fight him. Quick. Actually, yeah, we'll just go this way. Alright, so he sees us, he's gonna come on over and promptly put it in my butt. Yeah, you can wing around his head and shit and try and tackle you. Okay. So that was cool. That hurt tons. Either way works. Either the way we were going with the pig or straight down here. I'm gonna head down here first. There's only like a couple dogs. Plenty of items to grab. Now you see these guys, they're wearing the Black Church garb, because they have a unique connection to this place in particular, and we'll find out later on when we come back to this area exactly what that connection is. This guy's going to give us the Yahar'gul Black garb, which I believe its only redeeming quality is that it has a lot of physical defense, but otherwise it just looks kind of cool, and that's pretty much it. So back here where the pig was. Another blood. Or actually no, bolt paper. Okay, that's cool. Okay, lots of dogs this way. They're fairly weak, surprisingly. Alright, so that's most dead. Maybe not. At least trying to look like a pro here. Okay. There's a couple more back here. Toss a Molotov cocktail. Oh, you're being real aggro today. Yeah, that field will just stagger you. It won't do any damage, but I'd rather not. He's dead. Now here is all just optional area. Tonitrus. That is good because using that we can actually do spark damage or bolt damage without using bolt paper. But in this area it's not really going to help us against the boss. The boss actually deals bolt damage, and as such has a bolt resistance. So we're gonna head this way, around the side, and we're gonna encounter a couple dogs and a bagman. Alright. Thought I hit him. Whatever. Yeah, we'll have to pay a visit back to the Hunter's Dream before we go fight the boss. So to our right, this door will usually be closed, and these two will rush out and try to kill you. But they're relatively easy to kill. They just drop a lot of pebbles. Some Frenzied Cold Blood. Some Twin Bloodstone Shards. There will be dudes laying down here that aren't quite dead. Lots of blood vials, quicksilver bullets, and looking in here you can see a couple of bagmen around the table. We're gonna kite them out one at a time, or at least try to, and deal with them. This guy on the far side is gonna aggro first. Now we wait, because he likes to take his time walking. Come on. Come on. Come on, buddy boy. Ah. Yeah, if you shoot your gun and try to stagger him too close to that doorway, the other guy will aggro as well. Thankfully this time he didn't notice. Which means we can get sneaky. And do that. Oh, really? Just a bloodstone shard? 2 bloodstone shards? Sad face. Coming out here, you can see 3 guys just kind of laying on the ground there, chilling. And then we'll have a quick shortcut to the boss. The boss is actually back that way. But we got a buttload of blood echoes, so I want to use as many of those as we can. Then we got the moon rune, and I want to see what that does as well. Alright. So like I said, the area itself is pretty small. There's just a lot of tough enemies like the Bagman as well as the 2 pigs, which, as you saw, did a lot of damage to me. But thankfully we survived. It's a good place to grind and get blood echoes.
Welcome. What is it? Very well. Let me stand close.
So I think after this episode I'll take a brief reprieve and just go through that area a few more times and make sure I'm prepared for what lies ahead. Yeah, I'll take the endurance point.
Very well.
Yeah, too much. Alright, so I'll spend the rest of the blood echoes on the Tomb Hunter set. Or Tomb Prospector. Sorry. Alright, down to 85 blood echoes. That's pretty safe. Let's see what this moon rune does. Ah, more blood echoes. Visceral attacks grant more blood echoes. I want the moon rune. That way, just in general, I can get more blood echoes. And that'll make my level grinding just that much shorter. Alright, so the next boss we'll be facing is Black Beast Parl, and he deals a lot of bolt damage. And Henrik's armor has the best bolt resistance, so we're gonna equip that and see how that works. And much like the rest of the beast bosses that we face in this game, he's not really going to be susceptible to stagger unless we do a lot of damage to him in a short amount of time. We damage him in certain periods of times. So instead of using the gun, we're just going to go with the hammer version of our Kirk hammer. And then maybe use some fire paper as well. Walk down to the spot. Yeah, these guys are fairly slow. I'm sure you've noticed. Head in here, but keep in mind there's going to be witches, or crones, whatever the hell they're called. She's gonna be sad she died. That's fine. Just gonna head back here. Go around these 2 bagmen. And right through this hole. Let's drop down here. Bell for Defector Antel. I'm not gonna summon him, but he's there if you want him. Further out here into this courtyard, you can see that there's some motion over there. That's because that is the boss. Alright, so he starts with an AoE. Almost got caught in that AoE, but made it out of that. Yeah, if you stay under him for too long, he'll try and do that AoE that he's trying to do. Okay, thought I did. I died, but I was wrong. Something. I'm gonna try running around here, see how this works. I don't think he's gonna get to follow me. That's not gonna be good. Bitch. Don't even drop blood vials. Rude. Just gonna run on past these guys again. There he is, just waiting for us. Sometimes he'll collapse like that, and he will lose his ability to do any bolt damage. And we happen to get Visceral there, so it looks like his weakness is the head. Back off and get his spark back. And he's gonna get angry. That went a lot better. Spark Hunter badge. I believe that allows us to purchase the Tonitrus at the messenger fountain, as well as some bolt paper. So this door, if you don't recognize it, is the door to Old Yharnam. Supposedly, if you unlock the night phase of the game before going to Old Yharnam and triggering Jura on top of the tower, you can recruit him to be, you know, friendly, I guess. However, I already went back and killed him, got his badge and his gear and whatnot, and I killed his friend too. So unfortunately I didn't record that, and I apologize, but all his gear is here. The big draw for his gear in particular is if you enjoy using beast blood pellets, which are kind of like a double-edged sword. They will. Let me see here. Where were they? They're there. Beast blood pellets. What they will do is, if you consume one, it allows you to deal more damage over a certain amount of time, but you take more damage as you deal damage. So it's a double-edged sword. If you're really good at dodging, it's great, or you're up against a really slow boss, it's good. But it takes a lot of practice to use it properly. And this armor set will allow you to increase that meter to its maximum potential. I think, anyways. Yeah, so Beasthood is like 37 at the very bottom of the stat menu there. And, like, everything else is far lower than that. The Yahar'gul set is just not good. But I don't really use the beast blood pellets. 70, 44. So maybe you'll see me use it, but honestly, I don't expect to use it in this playthrough.
Welcome. What is it? Very well. Let the echoes become. Let me.
What do you think I want? I want to level up.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth.
Alright. So if I were wearing this armor set and fighting Dark Beast Parl, I definitely would have taken a lot more damage, but thankfully, since we defeated the old hunter Heinrich, we were able to get his armor at the Insight Fountain, and make sure we minimize that damage. We just took a lot from physical damage and got caught in a combo that first time. Then I got careless. Okay, let's see. Anything else I want to improve? I don't think I'm going to use the Tonitrus this playthrough. I suppose I should show you this how it works. I can equip it. Doesn't matter. So the trick for this is that you can increase the lightning damage it deals for a short amount of time, then it'll wear off. Really not expecting to use this a whole lot, but I mean, I guess I can upgrade it and use this as a secondary weapon, but the Whirligig Saw is the other weapon that we're going to use in this playthrough. I just haven't gotten my hands on one yet. I don't think we will until we reach the DLC, at least the point where we're going into the DLC. Spark Hunter Badge got us access to the Tonitrus. The Powder Keg Badge, which you get from Jura, who's at the top of the tower in Old Yharnam, can get you the Rifle Spear as well as the Stake Driver, which is the weapon he was using. That's a really good weapon if you can get backstabs. And I don't think there's anything in the firearms that you can get. I'm just going to buy these real quick. Okay. And bolt paper, like I thought. Alright, so I think there's a couple more things that we can do in this episode before we call it an episode. I'm going to go to Central Yharnam. Let's see if our friend's still alive, because he does eventually die. as well as our as well as the little girl we gave our red brooch back to. There's a little more to her. Okay, still alive.
The locals aren't apt to share any local history. I'm afraid I may not be of help for much longer.
Okay, so he's slowly dying. I keep forgetting that a little stronger than they are. Let me just pass these guys. I suppose I could have gone to Odin Chapel. The Odin Chapel lamp, but why not take the scenic route? Actually, I want to get around the pig, because we have to kill the pig, I believe, for this next part. Come on, guys. Chase me. Chase me. Chase me some more. Later, what? Are you the bridge toll? Are you the bridge troll? Yeah, whatever. Some bridge troll you were. I'll take blood vials. Down the ladder, get behind the pig. Ah, shit. Okay. So, as you can see, he still has something dropped here. Red messenger ribbon. So what happened is, the little girl that we talked to about Father Gascoigne and his wife has since left her house and tried to find her parents on her own. And she only got so far before, well, the pig killed her. And presumably ate her. Yeah. I know that got dark. So now, there should be somebody else in the house where the little girl was. We're gonna go see if she's there. Talk to her for a bit. Something, maybe? Nah, not that lucky. Alright, we have to go through the house. I'm just trying to find the shortest way there, and I just can't remember it. For the life of me. Killing you for quicksilver bullets. Oh. think we can make some mincemeat of these two guys right here. Yeah. Let me just shred them and then alright, so the Hunchback's gonna aggro. Yep. Nope. Honestly, I don't feel like a Visceral's even necessary at this point. Just against these guys. Okay, so she's not there yet. We'll come back. I'm trying to think. Alright, we need to explore the rest of the Cathedral Ward. I know I said that we were done exploring Cathedral Ward, but there is an area that we still haven't quite gotten to yet, mostly because there's two NPCs there that I'm really iffy about fighting. Just because they're hunter NPCs, and I don't want to fight them unless I have to, because they're such a pain in the butt. As you saw in the old Yharnam episode, fighting Jura. But honestly, fighting against him is just so much more difficult because his battlefield is, or at least the plane on which you can fight him, is pretty restrictive. Head out here, past the very aesthetic statues. There it goes. Kill this guy, because fuck him in particular. We're gonna kill his friend too. Nothing? Jerk. Instead of heading to the left where Hamilton Lane is, we're going to head to the right. The Grand Cathedral. I don't think there's a skull beast down here. Okay. A couple NPCs down there and a couple of crows over here. I don't know if there's anything on top of that rooftop I want right off the bat, so we're just gonna head down this way. Oh, there's something down here. Frenzied cold blood. Alright, so this guy's got a rifle spear. He's finally dead. And he's dead. Awesome. Wallpaper, cool. Okay, autistic screeching, good to know. And a burp. This is just a space where you can fight them. Oh. Skull beast down here. Bloodstone shards. Yay! God damn it. Maybe I will upgrade the Tonitrus after all. Let's see. Are these broken? Up here for any reason in particular? No? Just hanging out. Okay, so nothing up here. Just drop. Over this way, I think there's gonna be a Bagman. Why that didn't lock on is beyond me. Keep doing that a little too much. Stone shards. There's a skull beast. Grab that. Now here there's going to be a couple of executioners. One at least. Huntsman? There's a way back up there. There is. Is there any way to get up to them? That'd be irritating if not. Damn. Well, at least I can get to one. Not quite sure how to get to him. Maybe to chuck a Molotov cocktail at him from here. Of course he's gonna hit me on my way down. Couple of skull beasts over there. I'm just gonna at least kill them before they disappear. Awesome. I'm gonna kill you real quick. Okay. This, that elixir, that's cool. I think it makes it so you don't take a ton of damage. Or at least you don't stagger while you're taking damage. We're gonna try something. We may die. Stand here. Watch the magic happen. Come on. Actually, no, I think we need an item before we do that, so we'll come back here. Sorry for the confusion, but this area has a lot of sculpies, as well as 2 hunters that we get to fight. But we will come back here after we complete the Forbidden Woods, and we will get to explore another optional area. I'm just gonna bold hunter's mark on back to the lamp. Jump on back to Hunter's Dream, level up, and then I think we'll do is we'll unlock the next area really quick.
Welcome home. What is it here? Very well. Let me stand.
More hit points.
Farewell, good. May you find your way.
Okay. So Cathedral Ward? It's usually safe bet. I think we can get another vial of blood from Ariana. And another vial of blood from, or maybe we can start getting blood vials from the nun that we picked up in Yahar'gul, the Unseen Village. No? Okay. There she is.
Oh, brave, thank you very much. The town is in disarray. Together we await the help of the healing church. I cannot begin to express the only thing that I cannot is my own loan, if it would suffice.
Yeah. Okay, so you can't take, if you take, one person's blood from this area, and you still have it in your inventory, you need to use that blood vial before you can take another treatment from someone else. Just keep that in mind if you're planning on using their blood vials. So we're gonna force our way past this guy. I mean, literally force our way past him. So remember, around this corner there is the brain sucker. So he's a relatively easy kill now, which is good, because I don't want to lose any more insight. Just remember that thrust attack with the Kirk hammer is the best thing. And over here, we have our friend.
Oh, good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest.
So this unlocks a lot of lore points. You can feel free to go through these as you see fit. The Healing Church mainly pertains to the Cathedral Ward since that's their base. Bergenworth itself actually lies beyond the next area we're going to, and completing that will unlock the last phase of the game, the Blood Moon phase, and the Corrupted Vile Bloods is actually more about a side area that we need to complete in order to finish Alfred's quest line. Alfred's quest line, I forget what his name is.
I bid you farewell. May the good blood guide your way.
But he offers a lot of lore as to the areas in the game. So you may remember we came down here during our Cathedral Ward exploration. But now we can actually get past this door.
The password.
Interesting. 10 men tell no tales, but they can take your password and open up a door for you. Okay, good to know. Alright. Heading out here, we have finally reached the Forbidden Woods. Logan, finally. Jumping down that way is death. There's the item I was looking for. The cold blood. So at this point in the game, we're going to start exploring areas and finding covenants we can join. I think that's going to be in the next episode, is we're going to find our first covenant, and the one I'm going to probably stick with. He made a great mistake. Huh. Head up this way. There's an executioner up here. Yeah. Skank him really quick. And head on in here. I think there's a blood gemstone. Depth blood gemstone and Madman's knowledge. So if you're doing a skill build, it's probably good. If not, you get the Madman's knowledge. That's always great. Alright, so heading on down. And here is the lamp. Lovely. Alright, so let's head back to Hunter's Dream, pop our cold blood, level up, and we'll call it an episode. Oh, lots of cold blood. Insight.
Welcome. What is it you... Very well. Let me stand.
Pull myself up. I want more endurance, because I think we're going to need some more. We're going to need as much slow poison resistance as we can get for this next level.
Farewell. May you find you.
Because if you thought Old Yharnam was bad with slow poison, Forbidden Woods is even worse. Particularly at the inside. It's a pretty big area, which is why we're not going to cover it this episode. So I think I'm almost out of time. Yeah, that's fine. don't think there's anything else. Yeah, so, stat update, leveled up quite a bit. I think just 4 levels, but still pretty good. Before we head into Forbidden Woods proper, I'm going to go and grind up some levels in Yahar'gul, the Unseen Village, so that way we're ready and prepared for it. And I will let you guys know what I do next time. So, if you like the series so far, drop a like and a subscribe. Let me know in the comments if I can do anything better, and I will see you all in the next one.